Well, I mean, I was going to ask you. I mean, Steph Curry on Friday, 43 points.
Casually.
10 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 of 26 from the field, 7 3-pointers. He's had better numbers. I'm sure we can pull up his playoff resume. But that's got to be his most iconic playoff performance.
Yeah.
It has to be. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, it's really hard to top that. If you really want to go back into the playoff resume, that we're looking at like the 2000 or like earlier 2010s to really pull those numbers. So maybe it's a recency bias there as well.
But circumstance too, right?
Circumstance
down
for sure.
2-1 against this team
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr was searching, right? Like he put in Otto Porter into the starting lineup instead of Kevon Looney.
Mm-hmm.
He benched Draymond for a stretch there in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that. We have to talk about Draymond. Draymond's somehow the main character of this series.
Always. Always.
The main character syndrome is crazy with Draymond. Like, there's so many great players in this series. Steph has, like, the best game. And all I see is everyone being like, oh, man, I can't wait for the podcast.
Yo.
Like, that is somehow the main story.
Way to brand yourself.
Yeah.
He's going to have a long career long after he's done playing.
No, I'm invoking a 5-minute ban on Draymond because I feel like we never talk about Steph enough.
Okay, fine.
Okay? So we have to
Steph.
we have to stay on Steph. And the thing with me, like, I look at Boston. I mean, took 7 games for them to get through Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Against Miami. They're now 3-7 since the second round after wins. So they've been a very up and down team.
Yeah.
Like every time it looks like they're going to put a team away, they just don't have, I don't know what it is. Like whatever you want to call it, killer instinct, whatever it is. Like they just like to drag things out. But I always look at them and I'm like, they seem like the better team to me. Really? I still think they're the better team.
Why do you say that they're the better team?
I just think
pound for pound, why?
I think the defense, you know, when you talk about it, like I feel like they have really done an excellent job shutting off. I mean, Steph Curry aside, again.
Yeah.
Right? Shutting off all the secondary options that the Warriors have. And I feel like they have a deeper team. To me, the Warriors is a team that feels like they're playing catch up. And they were trying to play catch up in game 4. But then again, you say all of this, and I guess it doesn't matter if Steph Curry is going to be the best player in this series by this wide of a margin.
Hands down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's a basketball strategy that I'm surprised not more people have like at least pointed out or recognized, but I know this as a player that
you're gonna pull the player card.
We're gonna play the player card actually a little bit here, where you shut down everybody else and you let the star go off because you eliminate everybody else's scoring and just contain them, make them take bad shots. And it's okay, sure, if they hit the odd shot, give it to them, but let the star go off, let him carry the weight, let him tire himself out. He's going to go off for what we saw, 43 points. But once again, that wasn't enough to still get the win, of course, as we saw. But there is a strategy around making sure that nobody else scores. And I think that's what we've seen in previous games with Boston, because they're not necessarily stopping Steph completely. They are containing him. It's just that nobody else is really contributing to the offense as much as he is to a certain level. The closest player that we're seeing right now, I think, is Andrew Wiggins in that last game. But that's more so just also on an all overall game, right? Like he's contributed, you know, he had, this is another game, but he had like, I think 17 points and like 16 rebounds or something like that.
Yeah, he had huge offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's crazy to say he's been the second best player for the Warriors in the series.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's close, actually, in terms of just consistency.
Second best player even in the last series.
Yeah, throughout this playoff run, I think he's been really underrated.
Yeah, and you love to see it. It's good CanCon.
Yeah. We're always here for the Canadian content, you know.
Absolutely.
Let's get that on NBA TV Canada.
There you go.
No, but here's my thing about the Warriors, too, is that, like, I look at the roster, and, like, from game to game, like, how many guys can Steve Kerr really trust? Like, I'm looking at the list, like, Klay Thompson's been up and down. He played better in Boston.
Yep.
Played better in Boston. I thought he played really good defense in the fourth quarter on Jaylen Brown. We talked about Wiggins. Yeah. Jordan Poole's been up and down.
I mean,
he's been up and down.
He has his hot moments.
Yeah, he definitely has his moments.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's always scary when he's out there, especially when they put him, Steph, and Klay out there. Not sure about the defense. But even guys like Bielitsa.
Oh, my goodness.
he had a decent run in Game 4.
Oh, my goodness.
Can we give him some props?
Okay, there you go. Sure. We'll give him some credit there.
for staying in front of Jason Tatum?
Just for a little bit. For
For a
a
couple
whole,
possessions?
whole 9 minutes. A whole 9 minutes. Yeah, no. I think pound for pound, the Warriors have way more offensive threats, but the Celtics, they still have Jason Tatum at the end of it. So, I mean, he's still going to contribute to his team offensively as well. But
He struggled in this series, though.
he has been for sure. But I'm not surprised. Like, the Warriors are doing a good job rotating off of him. Like, they have been showing a lot of different defensive matchups. And also, like, Wiggins, when he's on him, too, like, he's holding him down. Like, it's not like, he's dominating like we've seen him even against Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a good series, yo. It's been a good series, but I do think the Warriors are going to get it in 6.
Okay.
Warriors in 6. You heard it here first.
That would require them to beat the Celtics 3 in a row, which I think is a pretty tough task. Like, they won game 4. So you're saying they're going to win the next 2?
Yep.
All right. I would like the Warriors to win, too. I don't want to
Would you actually?
I don't want to. I picked the Warriors in 5 before the series.
I know.
Just out of hatred for the Celtics.
I had Warriors in 5 or 6.
I don't want to live in a world where the Celtics are champs.
Oh, my goodness.
That is yeah, sorry. I don't know what show you were coming on, but this is the Raptor show.
This is the Raptor show.
So we have to be extremely biased.